talking about West Africa. So there are 3 kingdoms that you need to know. There are the Kingdom of Ghana, the Kingdom of Mali, and the Kingdom of Songhai. So these were all kingdoms that were in Western Africa, like I said, starting in 500 AD. So we're going to go through all 3 of those kingdoms really quickly. I also posted this PowerPoint on Schoology, so you can see it there. Follow it, take notes, do everything you need to do. So yeah, we're going to get into it. Okay, so the first one is the Kingdom of Ghana. So this is the Empire of Ghana. This is the area that we're talking about. And then this is modern day Ghana. So the people that named this were inspired by the Kingdom of Ghana, the Empire of Ghana. Basically, it was the first great trading state in West Africa. It emerged in 500 AD. Most people were farmers living in villages under the authority of a local ruler. The kings were strong rulers. They didn't have written laws, and they relied on an army of thousands of men to protect their kingdom. They lived off the land. The people that were valued were blacksmiths because they had an abundant supply of iron ore and they could turn this into weapons. Muslim merchants from North Africa brought metal goods, textiles, horses, and salt. Salt was highly desired. It improved taste, preserved food, helped replenish what their bodies had lost in the hot climate, and their exports were ivory, hides, and slaves were carried to markets in the Mediterranean. Okay, so Berbers. Berbers were camel caravans of people who carried much of the trade across the desert. These were also known as fleets of the desert. Camels were crucial in the trans-Saharan trade because they were well adapted to desert conditions and could drink a lot of water at once. Kings prospered because they taxed goods that entered and left. Let's see. So, moving on to the Kingdom of Mali. So, this is the Empire of Mali. And then this is modern day Mali. So, like you can see, it's kind of in the same general area, but modern day Mali is a bit more to the east. So, politically and economically, Ghana was not doing well. It was absorbed into the Kingdom of Mali. Sorry, that's the bell. It was absorbed into the Kingdom of Mali in 1250. Mali was established by Sundiata Keita. He defeated Ghana and captured its capital in 1240. He expanded from the coast to Timbuktu, which is a famous trading city that we'll get into in a little bit. Mali built its wealth and power on the salt and gold trade. So the salt and gold trade was so important. These were the 2 main things that they were trading. This is where most of their money came from. Most people were farmers who grew millet and rice. The farmers lived in villages whose rulers would send tax revenues to its kings. So in each of these societies, they all had taxes. We still have taxes today. Another big thing is a strong central government. That is like a big key role in all of the kingdoms that we're going to be talking about. So one of the richest and most powerful kings was Mansa Musa. He doubled the size of the Kingdom of Mali, which is pretty crazy. Once again, he created a strong central government. He led a great pilgrimage to Mecca. Thousands of servants and soldiers accompanied him. He spent so much gold on this trip that the price of it fell. So basically, he went crazy, bought everything he could see, and it made the value of the gold, aka the value of the dollar, go down. He was inspired to make Timbuktu a center of Islamic learning and culture, so he built mosques and libraries. He brought scholars to the cities to study the Quran. So Timbuktu then became one of the intellectual capitals of the Muslim world, and it still is. He was the last powerful ruler of Mali. His successor spent wastefully and weakened the power of the monarchy. So by the 1400s, civil war broke out, and then by 1500, Mali was replaced as the great power of West Africa by the Kingdom of Songhai. So that takes us into the Kingdom of Songhai. This is the Songhai Empire. You can see it is a lot bigger than the other 2, but this is modern day Africa, and there is no Songhai there today. I don't know why people weren't inspired, I guess, to name another city-state after the Kingdom of Songhai, but they just weren't. So They benefited from the Muslim trade route again. They were trading, you can guess, gold and salt. Sunni Ali was the leader who created a Sunni dynasty, and Songhai began to expand. He led the army on horseback and defended the territory from attacks. So he was not only the government leader, but he was also the leader of the military. He took control over Timbuktu and Djinn, which gave Songhai control over the salt and gold trading empire. So once again, salt and gold, super important during this time. Once again, he controlled the military and the government, and his accomplishments include uniting rural and city dwellers under a single government. So once again, you see central government. Central government was so important in all of these kingdoms. And finally, it peaked under Muhammad Tur. He overthrew Sunni Ali and took power in 1493, and he maintained peace and security with the navy and soldiers on horseback. The cities were prospering under, you can guess it, the salt and the gold trade. They were just super important. That's what they were trading. That's what they got most of their money during this time. And then under Askia Dad, Songhai became the largest empire in African history. So that is a super important thing to know. Songhai was the largest empire in African history. After his reign, another civil war broke out to determine his successor, therefore weakening the empire. And by 1600, the Songhai Empire was dismantled. So, once again, this PowerPoint is on Schoology. If you have any questions, just message me, and then most of the questions from this week's assignment, week 9, I believe, it will be from this PowerPoint. So watch this video, look at the PowerPoint, take notes, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.